All right. Let's try this again. Uh, so Allan West, good old fashioned black Republican. Well, his wife Angela West, she got arrested out there in Texas on suspicion of drunk driving, and as a black Republican, Allan West is royally pissed. This kind of reminded me of the Key and Peele comedy sketch about black Republicans. So let's take a look and a listen to Allan West. For those listening to podcast audio, you will hear it. For those looking at the video, you will get to see a glimpse of him as I make sure to switch the screen over. And there he goes. Let's have a see.
Hey, greetings, everyone. This is Lieutenant Colonel Allan West, and I got to tell you, I'm highly pissed off right now. It's a little bit about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was down in Waco, Texas, having dinner with Ted Nugent and some other people, and I got back to Dallas to find out that someone had arrested my wife, Angela, when she had my grandson, Jackson, in the back seat of the car and charged her with quote-unquote suspected DUI. And now I'm down here at the Dallas County Jail. They won't allow me to see Angela. They're saying that there's nothing I can do. They will not allow me to see a supervisor. Angela, and I've talked to people that had dinner with her at PF Chang's here in Dallas. She had water and lemonade. But the thing that upsets me the most is that they took my wife, arrested her, and brought her in jail and left my grandson with 2 Dallas police officers. Luckily, they were able to get in contact with our youngest daughter, Austin, who was able to go and pick up Jackson from 2 police officers on the side of the road. This is crap. Now, I support the thin blue line, but this is insidious. They put my grandson at risk, at jeopardy, left him with a couple of police officers, and carted his grandmother into jail when she had water and lemonade. That's what witnesses said. They were with her at dinner, water and lemonade for dinner. I'm beyond livid, and I'm telling you something. The Dallas County Sheriff's Office, the Dallas Police Chief, I want an explanation of this. I want to know who arrested my wife for quote unquote suspected DUI when she had water and lemonade and her breathalyzer test came up negative. I am pissed.
All right. So he was having dinner with Ted Nugent and some others. Like on some level, that is some weird kind of like Republican sort of what are they, virtue signaling. Like, all right, the guy with the with the jailbait pedophile song. Ted Nugent and them fellers. All right. Well, y'all are just doing your goddamn Republican thing there, aren't you? All right. So Allan West is royally pissed. And we do have a little bit of time. There have been a great deal of hiccups in trying to get this episode recorded to the point of where I am really just mere minutes from when I actually have to get to the gosh darn factory. It's been a great time trying to get the podcast done while trying to settle into being a Michigan resident. The podcast is fucking dying. All right. So let's move on over here to where we can get a look of Allan West's spouse getting arrested and trying to do that breathalyzer test. We went ahead and uploaded the video to the Facebooks, and we put it so that comments can be made on the video. All right. The video is 19 minutes and 40 seconds long. It isn't really until toward the end where you really get to the fun stuff. She's doing the field sobriety testing, you know, the standing on the one leg and the walking like this, that, and the other. But it it gets real fun right around breathalyzer time. All right, so let's see how these Republicans, keep in mind, these are Republicans of the Tea Party wave, and all of a sudden, blue lives don't matter much to them. All right, not in this instance. In this instance, blue lives piss them off and inconvenience them, and they think they're being mistreated. I don't know. Maybe these ones are just bad apples.
All right. So would you be willing to blow your breath into this?
Sure.
Okay. So have you ever blown air into a balloon before?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so it's like the same concept, okay?
You're giving me a breathalyzer?
Yes, ma'am.
For what?
So it's just gonna let me know if you've had any alcohol today, okay? So pretty much it's the same concept. It's blowing air to the balloon.
What did I do other than not say switch lanes without? I mean, just give me a citation. You've put me through all of this now.
So
All right, fine.
all right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold it. All right. So all you gotta do is take a deep breath. Wrap your lips around the tip of this tube right here. Okay, not the whole thing,
Okay.
just the tip. All right. And just blow out as hard as you can. All right. Now you gotta. It's a consistent breath. Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh my God.
All right. It's a consistent breath until you hear a click. Okay. I'm gonna demonstrate how you're supposed to blow. Okay. So it's like.
And so the pig is trying to show her how to use the breathalyzer because to my understanding, what the pig is trying to tell the Republican is the breathalyzer is a big inhale and a big exhale, not a fucking amateur pot smoker inhale and a fucking quarantine cough. Like, no, it's and but the proud Black Republican that thinks Blue Lives Matter cannot figure this one out and is having trouble just complying. Just comply. All right. If you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay, hard as you can, consistently. Not in you know, not in spurts. It's a consistent breath. Okay, we're gonna try one more time. Okay, just one more time. Hold on a second. Hold on. Right there. See it.
All right. Looks like they got the most they could out of the breath test. And now here's the great part.
Who is you say you have a child in the backseat of your car?
Yes,
Is it your child or someone else?
my grandson.
It's your
All
grandson?
right. Now the pigs are asking if they have a child in the car.
What? What's
Where's this
going on?
going?
Is there anyone that you could call like right now?
Yes.
Is there anyone you could call that could come get the children? See, yes.
Parents? All right. So it's gonna be a 30.
A 30.
So, ma'am, can you just take a step forward for me?
Yes.
So I think they're saying she got a 30 on the breathalyzer. I've never been breathalyzed. I don't know how that works, but she's saying it's a 30 and she's cuffing her. Hey, man. Breaking the law, do the crime, do the time. Sometimes you got to cuff a Republican, you know? Hey, you got to do it. I get it. You know, hey, Republican's still black and light skin privilege only gets you so far, buddy. Don't really get you much of any damn where, nigga. You still a necker. Oh, no. And there you go. Off into the pig squad vehicular. And from there, Allan West was pissed. All right. I don't know if y'all knew that Allan West was pissed, but I would even add to his pistivity that he was royally pissed. All right. Allan West fucked around and went and got the damn receipt from the restaurant to hold it up and show what she had to drink. Because he ain't having it. And all right, let's whoop. Oh, what in the hell just happened there? And that's not how F11 works. All right. The computer has decided to do its whole entire own thing. There we go. All right, let's bring him on up.
Hey, greetings and good Sunday morning to everyone out there. Lieutenant Colonel Allan West. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of you who said your prayers, your thoughts your encouragement, your emails, your text messages, your phone calls to support my wife, Angela, in the ordeal that she went through. And I'm still very upset, very livid about what happened.
I'm
so I just
pissed.
want to share with you some things. You know, right here in my hands are the receipts. These are the receipts from the dinner that Angela had Friday night at PF Change in North Park Mall. And it shows that she had a lemonade and of course with complimentary water. And you can see on these receipts that it's time-stamped at 8:05 p.m., this receipt. Now we're gonna post it out there for all of you to see. But of course, my wife Angela was stopped by a Black female Dallas police officer, L. Harris, badge number 11792, for not using a turn signal to change lanes. When was the last?
Damn, I mean, wouldn't you want to have more Black cops out there, more Black representation among blue lives? Allan West, you trying to get a Black cop fired for doing her job? Her job?
Harris, badge number 11792, for not using a turn signal to change lanes. When was the last time anyone was stopped for not using a turn signal to change lanes? Unless you.
Yes. So Allan West, Black man, Allan West, Black man married to a Black woman, Allan West, running for political office in the state of Texas, where Sandra Bland was last alive, being stopped for not using a turn signal, is asking that question unironically right now. Like, eyebrows up. His brow has been furrowed thoroughly. It's a thorough furrow, I'd say. Hey, right, let's get that. Let's do it again.
For not using a turn signal to change lanes. When was the last time anyone was stopped for not using a turn signal to change lanes? Unless you cause an accident.
Unless you cause an accident, which Sandra Bland did not. But you see, that Republican mentality, and yes, Democrats, but that Republican mentality, that selfishness, right? Like, it doesn't exist unless it happens to me. Yes, it happened to them, but that was okay. They had that coming. When it happens to me, it's wrong. Fine for all others, but not me, not my family. We're special. Like, especially with Black people that are coons. I find coons to be Black nihilists. Like, on some level, frankly, welcome to the unpopular opinion, I think that coons are very well aware of white supremacy, and they're doing what they think is pragmatic, what they find to be what will work for them. Clearly, time and time again, it proves to not, right? Like, remember when Jay-Z rehashed the quote on a whack album, I'm not Black, I'm OJ. You know, like, cooning does not de-blackenate you. Your Black ass gonna get pulled over. And hey, you may have had some fizzy giggles, and you may have failed the breathalyzer. That's it, and that's all, buddy.
Got it. But just to stop someone for that. And then my wife is forced out of her car because this person.
Now, notice he's also using forced out of her car. The body camera video is up at Wine Cellar Media on the YouTubes. All right, I fucking uploaded it there, the whole 19-minute and 40-second video that the police fellers released. She was not forced out of the car, but you see, just so much as getting pulled over, failing a breathalyzer, and getting arrested for being a drunk fucking driver on the road, and then getting out the next ass morning alive, they see that as the same as people that are forced out of vehicles and murdered and brutalized.
Officer L. Harris, badge number 11792, is part of a Dallas Police Department DUI unit, state granted funded, so that they can go out and patrol the streets and looking for people guilty or appears innocent as well, to drum up charges against them in order to continue the funding that they have. My wife.
So he's lit. So now keep in mind, the motherfucker running for political office right now is arguing against, for the state he's in, is arguing against having a DUI patrol in what is already Texas. All right. It's not like it's about to be Texas. It has been Texas for quite some time. And he is like up here straight up. Like, consider everything a motherfucker running for office is doing to be part of the campaign. All right. It's all politics. We learned that from hip hop. It's all politics, baby. And he is blatantly running against the existence of a DUI patrol and tying it to taxes, as a Republican should.
Voluntarily, as a good citizen, got out of the car, participated in the field sobriety test.
And peep the inconsistency. In under 2 minutes, in 1 minute and 44 seconds of this video, he has said forced out of the car and then said, huh?
Yeah. My wife voluntarily, as a good citizen, got out of the car, participated.
Voluntarily, as a good citizen, got out of the car.
Signal to change lanes. When was the last time anyone, but just to stop someone for that? And then my wife was forced out of her car.
Forced out of her car. He says that at 1 minute and 18 seconds. And then at about 1 minute and 37 seconds right here.
The funding that they have. My wife voluntarily, as a good citizen, got out of the car, participated.
From 1 minute and 18 seconds to 1 minute and 40 seconds, it was forced out of the car and voluntarily got out of the car. He recorded this himself. If for folks looking at the video, it's the upright angle where you can tell he has a smartphone up. He's recording this on his own smartphone and uploaded it on purpose. This, a grown adult did this, and it's how he's running for office. All right, a little bit more from this. It is 6:24 a.m. I need to get down to the GM plant.
In the field sobriety test, when she was asked to blow repeatedly, nothing came up on the breathalyzer because all she had.
Now, he said nothing, but what did we hear the piggy say? The piggy say it came up as a 30. Now, I'm not a researcher, all right? I'm not going down to the library and popping into the fucking Dewey Decimal System. I actually never learned that shit. Even in elementary school, when they explained it, I was like, no, I'm going to wait for the future. All right. And I did. And so let's see. Yep, dooba-doop. Let me just, I'm going to go on, and I'm going to go on Google. I'm not even doing a Yahoo search. And I'm going to search fucking 30 on a breathalyzer test. All right. I'm going to search that and see what the hell I get. 30 on a breathalyzer. All right, 30 on a breathalyzer. Shit, yeah, I misspelled it. All right, help me out there. All right, what's coming up at the top is Notre Dame College.edu. Let's see what these folks are talking about. All right, they have blood alcohol level. Let's put it all on the table. And they have a graph, a little chartsy doozy. And they have men and women separated. Of course, men are blue and women are pink in this chart. And they have 10, it looks like 10 bottles of beer is the, like beers are the, like the measuring. And it has 10 bottles, which is in the red. And that is at a 0.39. So what the hell is, wait, so it's 30. Did she mean like 0.30 when she said 30? And so let's run that back. So that, okay, so 0.30 for men is at 7, but things must be gendered and women are in pink. And it looks like 0.30. Oh, and then they have weight. Okay. She looked in the video like she's probably about my weight. So I'm going to throw through 220 pounds on this. And 0.3. Yeah, it's saying would have to be more than 10 beers. I hope I'm reading that goddamn chart right. Folks, don't hit me on that one. I mean, don't quote me on that one. Let's see. They also have a, what is this? DUIprevention.org, single-use breathalyzer 30 count, think twice DUI. Oh, it's one that you can buy yourself and use to test yourself before you drive. Okay. All right. So I actually no, I don't really I don't know it, and I'm really not smart enough to interpret these charts and graphs myself. That would be irresponsible. So I really like, maybe I need to act like a Republican and just go with the cops report. You know, like the police report is really going to be your most reliable source in all cases. Blue lives matter and blue lives don't lie. Whether or not a Black Republican gets royally pissed about the results of how the blue life investigates the issue. All right, folks. Fucking massive struggle trying to get this goddamn shit recorded. I have been sitting in front of this microphone since 5:05 a.m. It is 6:28 a.m. and I was able to pull 21 minutes of content. Not even a whole episode. Gotta get the podcast up and running and back to consistent mode again. And I think the sacrifices that will have to be made, I simply won't be able to put in as much effort with the 13-year-old as far as raising them goes, because the podcast is work. I have to do this job. I have to do the outside of the house job for over 40 hours a week. I'm going to have to do the podcast a minimum of 30 hours a week. I have to compost in the backyard. I have to do laundry in the basement. I have to repair things that are wrong with the house. I have to sweep the floor. I have to mop the floor. I have to change the cat litter. I have to scrub out the cat litter boxes every Sunday morning and spray them out with some bleach and with the in the front. There isn't really a front yard. It's more like a front parking lot. They just completely paved over the whole thing. Yeah, I have to do all that shit. You know, so I just have to make sacrifices, and some things I'm just gonna have to let go, like some house chores that I'd really prefer to have done and prioritize. I'm just gonna have to let them go and hope they don't fester too badly when I can finally get to them, because you know, like 10 or so Patreon subscribers bounced. Nothing's come on the PayPal for the majority of the summer. I think maybe like $70 altogether for the whole heat wave summer. So the podcast is dying and I have to rejuvenate it. So and this is not a guilt trip on folks with the podcast. This is just this is the reality of labor and capitalism. Everyone under capitalism has to do this. It isn't just me. Part of my job is talking, so I have the luxury of being able to say it out loud, because I'm just speaking what everyone's going through. I have to sacrifice my household so that I can have money to have a house in. And that's how it has to go. I hope it doesn't fall apart. Winecellarmedia.fuckcapitalism.